Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Two Men No Hope. Blah 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 blah. How you doing, Jamie?
I'm good. Well, I say busy every week. I used to take the piss out of my brother doing that on the old podcast. I had a good day up until when I got into Tesco's after I finished, but I'll tell you a bit about that bit later on.
Okay. Well, as always, guys, please leave us some stars. I say it at the beginning because you've only just started listening, which means your phone's still in your hand before you put it down. So quickly whip in those stars, leave us a little comment. We would greatly appreciate it. We got another 3 emails. The emails are coming in nice and steady now, which is quite nice. We need a couple more for the next episode.
Episode 20.
So please keep them coming in, even though when this comes out, you'll have 1 day to get them in. Hopefully you're quick on the fingers you get them in. Because we have a guest in the next episode. One of our close mates is going to join us. We're going to test out having an extra person, so in the future we might be able to get some of the bands in that we have at the end, or some other mates, or, you know what I mean, just get it started. Yeah, 20 episodes, man. We got to start getting it going. Get some guests on.
Mixing it up a bit. Getting different opinions.
Exactly. Because you always get our opinions, and mine's always dick, and James is always drunk. But my week's been fucking shite because I'm trying to save money, so I'm on edge because I have ADHD and I like to spend money like it's tap water. So work's absolutely shit. I'm like, when I'm sleeping now, I'm actually clenching my jaw because I'm so angry with work. So my side of my face is all bruised and it hurts to eat, which is another thing I love doing. Yeah. So work sucks. I can't spend money. It hurts to eat. This is about the only good thing that's going on, Jamie. That's all I got going.
That's no pressure then. No pressure at all.
This is all I got going. But it's all going to be worth it because Jamie will be coming up for my birthday in September. And you will see pictures. We'll be going to Edinburgh, getting drunk, having steak. You'll be seeing all that.
Having steak.
And then I'm going on holiday at the end of October. And that's going to be manic because we're going to have to pre-record 2 episodes, but it will get done. There will be no missing of weeks. Not yet. Maybe at like episode 100 or something like
that. Yeah, we'll just be like, get to episode 99 and then we just fall off.
Yeah.
We'll leave it 3 months.
So it's done. Oh, I just can't really be bothered now, Jamie. Come on, Dan, it's episode 100. Nah, they'll be alright.
Who needs a milestone?
Yeah. Well,
but yeah, I got into a situation today where I just, I'm just going to sound off on you and see whether I'm being ridiculous about it and being oversensitive.
Considering you've just done like 12 hours at work, I'm pretty sure you're oversensitive anyway.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm tired as it is. Yeah. That's why I was like, I've been questioning myself for the last hour, and just thinking, am I being a dick, or am I being sensitive? Am I being a fucking pussy about this? But basically, I was in Tesco's, and there was like, do you know like the beep and go things, like the little hand scanner things?
Oh, I love them. Yeah, we don't have a Tesco up here. We have an Asda, and they do it.
All right. But like them hand scan things,
yeah.
I was standing there waiting in the queue for one of them, and there was a girl in her mid-30s, I'd say. She was having trouble scanning her club card, and she turned to me and she goes, "Do you know how to like type in the numbers so I could get my club card number on this machine?" Yeah. Mm. And I looked at her and I just goes, "Yeah." And then I started like explaining it to her, and then I was like going through it, and then I took it off her and started doing it and asked for a number on it, and then she goes, oh, now you're finished mansplaining that, I'm just going to carry on with my shop. And I just stood there. I stood there and I was just like, do you know when you're in a situation where you're in disbelief of what's been said to you?
Yeah, you're
so
like
then I was
stunned.
just like, yeah. So then I just took a scanner for myself and walked off. And then I spent the whole of the rest of the shop going around thinking to myself, am I being an idiot? I should have said this to her. I should have told her to fuck off. I should have called her a cunt. I should have done this. I should have... then I'm thinking to myself, did I come across as sexist? And then I was thinking...
She asked you a fucking question.
I was thinking she asked me for help.
Yeah, and you fucking
asked me for
12
help.
hours, you didn't even know that, and you fucking, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's fine, I'll help you. Mansplaining.
Mansplaining, yeah.
Fucking bitch.
And then, do you know when you see someone in a fucking supermarket and you pass them every, like, second aisle?
Yeah.
That's what happened to me. So I was, like, doing that with her. But then I was trying not to look at her or make any eye contact with her because I was just, like, I completely freaked out in it. It was, like, sent me into, like, some spin. I didn't know what the fuck to do with myself.
That would stun me as well. Because I'm like, you've asked for the fucking help. And then once I've explained to you how...
Not once in my life have I ever been, like, accused of... I saw it as, like, she was accusing me of being sexist, and I've never been ever accused of that.
What the fuck is mansplaining anything? Like, because you're explaining something and you're a man, that makes it automatically bad.
I was like, maybe I was being overbearing by taking a thing off her and stuff. But she just weren't getting it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, maybe she shouldn't be so fucking retarded. And then you wouldn't have to take it off her.
Yeah. I just felt like a fucking... I'm a 30-year-old bloke, yeah. And I felt like a little kid in Tesco, just like walking around with a smack bum. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Every time you saw her, you should have leant
when I come
over
out
and been
of it-
like, that's £2, yeah? You noticed that, right? Yeah? Right, I'll be back later. And then leave again and come back. No, that's too expensive, love.
I should just walk past her and booted a trolley over as she was going past.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that's my gun. Take that off her. If I could walk away.
I'm glad that you think of it the same way as me, innit? Because I was just like, I genuinely did not know whether I was in the wrong or not.
That's just fucking outrageous. That's why I don't talk to people. Nowadays, I take my headphones with me. And I just have my headphones on. Because I don't want to fucking deal with it. People are so fucking rude. It's unbelievable.
I always worry that I come across rude, but obviously this woman thought I was.
I'm lucky because I have one of those faces that just tells people to go away. Like, yeah, when I'm out, like, I constantly look like someone's, like, shatting my cornflakes. That's what I look like. So no one wants to fucking speak
got,
to
like,
me.
a
Yeah. People come up to me at work and they're like, are you alright? And I'm like, what? They're like, oh, you look really annoyed. I'm like, nah, it's my face. And they're like, no, you look really annoyed. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Leave me alone. Now I'm annoyed.
I do remember that face actually when we worked together.
Yeah.
I would walk past the bakery and you'd be standing in there. I'd be like, oh, fuck that. I'll carry on going and go for a cigarette. Because I used to always be in a terrible mood in the morning, and so did you.
Yeah. Especially we have to fucking...
I mean, it was like unwritten rule to not speak to each other before 9 a.m.
I'm not a morning person anyway. Like, I'm really not. You have to keep a look on this bit here because I keep hearing banging. And I don't know if it's my neighbour or my door's unlocked. So if you see someone in that corner of my screen, just yell.
I'd be like, damn.
Yeah.
But there's a film about that, isn't there?
Apparently, you know James May from Top Gear? Now all I keep doing is looking at that fucking corner of the screen. It's freaking me out. Yeah, apparently he's done a new one. He did a exploring Japan, and now his new one's exploring Italy. But everyone's going mental because he goes to this castle, and there's a point where apparently you can see someone, like a spirit, walk out from in this castle.
No, fuck off.
My mum, I've noticed it, and I
Fuck
was
off.
like, that's fucking stupid. And my mum brought it up because she loves all her spiritualist stuff. And I'm like, fucking hell, mum. But we've got a lot to get through, so we'll move on. I'll see if I can find the clip and I'll put it in the YouTube video. It's not very exciting, you know what I mean? But there you go.
It was Verdi, he was a composer, who said, "You may have the universe."
Right, so the first email we got was from Connor, and he said he found us through Facebook posts that you've been putting on about the YouTube videos, which have been doing really well. We got a lot of subscribers from posting on Facebook, which is weird because when I did my YouTube video, Facebook was just terrible for me. It might have been my content, I don't know, but I got nothing.
I think what has helped is I'm part of a lot of like groups of that fit with
see, I didn't
with us. If you
I didn't bother going into all that sort of stuff, but I'll put this email over my face because I don't need to see myself, and everyone keeps saying now for me to keep my chin up about breaking up with Hannah. I appreciate it, but it's okay, guys. I've moved on. So this one's just a fun email. Fun email. He just got a few questions for us that he wants to see if our opinions on. So Batman or Superman? Who do you prefer?
How about going first?
Well, yeah, I'll ask you and then.
All right, okay. 100% Batman. Superman is fucking waste of space.
But see, that question for me, because I have to go into the depth of it, because I'm a dickhead. It's like which Batman, and then which Superman, and then are we talking about just purely comic book Batman, Superman, or are we talking about purely film Batman, Superman?
Probably, most likely, I would say probably film. A lot of people don't follow the comics.
So, which Batman was your favourite?
Yeah, I can't hesitate to you how much I detest Superman in it.
See, I've always liked Superman, even though he's a completely ridiculous character, because Henry Cavill was just fucking blinding.
He was a good
His
Superman.
Man of Steel is absolutely ridiculous.
But I just can't stand, as a character, Superman at all. Like, the fact that everything he can do, everything. He's fast. He shoots laser beams. He does all kinds of bullshit. Yeah, and then on top of that, no one knows it's him, and all he does is whack on a pair of glasses.
Yeah, but then you could say the same about Batman. That's really obvious because where is he getting all these gadgets from? And it's even worse in the Christopher Nolan ones because it's coming out of it like they do it in the film, didn't it? The guy's like, oh, like you didn't notice your car driving around the thing. Like, how does no one know this is Bruce Wayne?
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, I just think I've always liked I preferred DC because it's darker and Batman's darker.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Yeah, if I had to choose either, I'd choose Batman. And surprisingly, I preferred Ben Affleck's Batman to Christian Bale's Batman.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because...
See, I thought they were very different. I thought Christian Bale was trying to go for more like the real, what would happen in real life situation. Where
no, because if you're going to go down that route...
How I remember him in the comics.
The newest Batman is more true to... Because he's not... The gadgets, you could tell he makes himself. It's all...
Yeah, he's even more that way, yeah.
So, I don't know, Christian Bale's Batman...
Ben Affleck's one is... Huh?
Christian Bale's Batman, I just think, was a bit over the top, and his whole Bat voice was terrible.
Yeah. Where are they?
Whereas, like, Ben Affleck...
Tell me where they are!
Ben Affleck's one was done by, like, a machine that was altering his voice, which I felt was better. But my all-time favourite...
Ben Affleck's one reminds me of what I imagined him when he was in the comic books.
His Batman
big as well.
reminds me of... there's an alternate reality version where it's... instead of his parents getting killed, Bruce and his mum gets killed and his dad stays alive.
Oh, yeah.
Ben Affleck's character reminds me more of his dad, yeah.
Because they were supposed to be doing that in Flashpoint.
Flashpoint, that's the one, yeah. But I love... Oh, why do I always forget his name? And he's like my favourite Batman of all time. The one with the Riddler in...
Oh,
Val Kilmer, that's it. He is my favourite Batman. I love Val Kilmer. Absolutely love him.
See, them films were good when I was a kid, but I can't watch them now. I find them really difficult.
I think they still live up. I can understand what you mean. They're quite. I never knew either that Tim Burton did them. I think that put me off a little bit. But yeah, so we'll stick with Batman. We've got many reasons why. So this one, Spider-Man or Iron Man. So my nickname in high school was Spider-Man. Shamefully enough.
Why?
Because we had to, in English class, we had to write an essay about something we're interested in. And you know how kids are extremely creative. I was just reading Spider-Man at the time. That was a comic book I was reading at that point. So I was like, oh, I'll just write about that.
Ah, right.
And they were like, oh, Spider-Man. Oh, good. So they called me Spidey for fucking... I'm pretty sure that's what they put in the yearbook. I didn't have any say in that. They put Spider-Man in the yearbook for me. Fucking arseholes. So yeah, I don't know. But that question spawns from the film, right? Because Spider-Man and Iron Man are so close.
I'd say so.
I'm pretty sure they weren't like that in the comics.
No, there was no connection really. But there was a slight connection, obviously, through the Avengers and that, but there was no real connection that I remember. When I was a kid, I used to watch like the Spider-Man TV show.
Oh
and
mate, I
stuff like
fucking
that,
love the
and
Spider-Man
I don't remember
TV
Iron Man
show.
at all when I was a kid.
Love it.
There was no Iron Man to me when I
No.
was a kid. I remember the figure, but I never really done any of his comics.
He was
or nothing like
closer
that,
to Daredevil. He appeared more in the comics and the TV show than anyone else. But
yeah, because they're like street level fighters, weren't they?
But who would you pick?
I think Spidey. I've liked all of the Spider-Man films.
There's something wrong with you.
Tony, what's his name? Did make Tony Stark in the cinematic universe. Like it was a really good Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. But as I said, like nostalgically, I don't have much of a connection to Iron Man at all.
You're going to put it that way, yeah, I suppose I don't either. Yeah, I'll go Spider-Man as well. Even though he's not one of my top, but I'll go.
I'm a voice of reason.
Voice of-
I'm a fucking voice
Except
of reason.
Spider-Man 3 was one of the most horrendous, disgustingly outrageous films I've ever fucking seen.
Which
The
one's
one
that?
where he does he gets the venom and he gets the black hair and he does the little dance down the street.
He walks down the road, like
flicks
this,
his hair.
and he's like doing a strut, and he flicks his little
Yeah,
quiff.
ruined his career. Tacos or burgers?
This is where I assumed the geezer was American.
Yeah, because we don't do tacos. We're more like fajitas.
Yeah, there's a few taco places. They're coming slowly into, like, we've got Taco Bell over here now.
I've heard that,
like
but
that.
I haven't seen any yet. Oh, well, I'm in Fife. There might be one in Edinburgh.
There probably is one in Edinburgh, I'd say. 100% burger for me. Cooked medium.
Me too, yeah. Slap a bit of pineapple on it.
Pineapple.
Oh, you never had pineapple in a burger? It's
Dan,
fucking beautiful.
Don't tell me you have
Nothing that a bit of
pineapple.
fruit can't fix. Fucking love it.
Oh my god. Warm pineapple.
No, you don't heat it up.
Oh.
You just put it in there, didn't you?
Yeah, but it'll be warm because it's in the warm burger, isn't it?
Room temperature, innit? Nah, mate, seriously, it's fucking quality.
Ugh.
Um,
I think there's going to be a lot of people writing in about that.
Beer or whiskey?
It depends the mood I'm in. Beer, as you know, Dan, I'm allergic to beer, really. So it fucks me up every time I drink it. But it's a good day session. Whiskey I like if we're like getting fucked up on the sofa. But I couldn't go outside and drink whiskey all day.
I went for a massive whiskey binge. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to move to Scotland, because all the distilleries up here, but I've come off it because it gives me really bad heartburn now. Because I used to drink it straight, yeah. A lot of things give me heartburn. It comes with age, doesn't it? But I'd go with beer now, especially with like BrewDog and things like that, where it's like fruity and it tastes Doesn't taste like cat
Yeah, it's
urine.
elevated the beers a bit more.
Yeah.
You're not just walking around drinking Foster's
And
anymore.
Stella. Oh, Foster. No, is it not Foster's that gives me a headache? Budweiser. Mate, fucking hangover on a Budweiser.
Yeah, I remember you saying that about Bud.
They brought out, it was called Bud 66, I think it was. And I don't know what they did to it, but that was much better. But I don't see it anymore.
Yeah, they've done a few things like that over the years, but none of it sticks.
In Canada, you can get a Guinness beer instead of
really?
a stout. Yeah, Jim was
And
telling
it's
me
not like
about
a
it.
stout?
Yeah, you can't get it over here. It's purely only in Canada. Considering fucking Guinness is from Ireland, we can't get it.
Dublin.
Bollocks. Lesbian porn or straight porn? My category is not even in here.
You're probably on some weird ass shit. I bet you lit up when you saw that question.
I did. I thanked him for it as well. I was like, "Thanks for slipping in a porn question for me. I appreciate that."
He's like, "Thank you guys. We're going back down the road of dick."
And that's exactly the reason for my answer when I get to it.
I don't know. It's been a few years since I thought about that. To be honest, I'm not really bothered by lesbians. All men always say, "Oh, it's amazing."
Boring as fuck.
Oh shit, but it's not. It doesn't really affect me. Like I've not really got a preference. It wouldn't be something that I'd search.
Why would you want to see two women slamming themselves into each other? Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. Scissoring is the equivalent of like two Barbie dolls slamming into each other. Like it's. Yeah, I mean, you can do it with your hand. Yeah, I mean, like it's boring. What is it? Not getting anywhere. The whole point in porn is for you to imagine that you're involved, right?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
I mean, I don't watch.
But some men, I know some guys that strictly only have lesbian porn. And that's
Yeah, but
it.
I think that's a bit of like a homophobic thing, isn't it? Like, I don't want to see the dick. I don't want to see dick.
Could be. Guys are weird.
Nah. I straight porn is boring as well. I want to see some fucked up shit. I've watched so much of it. It gets to the point now where it's like, unless there's something fucked up going on, I can't watch it.
You're just now watching gore films. You know, like films are like Iraqi beheadings and shit like that. Just trying to get
It's
get
not
off
that
on
bad.
it.
There's a company that
You know, when
does
people send you that
does
horrific stuff in group chats.
horror porn, where like they
Horror
yeah
porn,
they
God.
do like zombies and that getting like banged or hillbillies and stuff like that.
What, like full prosthetics?
Yeah. It's pretty good actually. They're not bad.
Mate.
We said in the last episode
just couldn't do
though, I
it.
like a bit of like the outdoors, bit of like they're gonna get caught. Oh, doing it in like an abandoned building or something. So okay, well, straight porn is our answer then, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So this next question, you asked me what. So it's the Punisher or Deadwood, and you asked me what Deadwood was. Do you still not?
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
It was a TV show about the West. It had oh, they're so famous, and I can't remember their fucking name. I'm taking a look at my phone. The hotel owner from John Wick,
Oh,
the
that
Irish
dude,
fella.
Yeah. His name's like Ian something.
Ian McShane, and Timothy Oliphant. So it's about Timothy Oliphant is like a sheriff, or he was a sheriff, or whatever they call him. And they go to this place where there's supposed to be gold. And it's
Right.
like a little like pop-up town. But there's like a brothel there, which Ian McShane, he's the owner of the brothel. And it's just basically all these people trying to discover gold. And it all just, gets fucked up, and he goes in and people...
When did it come out?
Oh, it's quite old. I had it on DVD when it first come out. What does it say?
It's very unlike me to miss that.
2004 to 2006.
No, I was still in fucking school.
Yeah, like I said, it's quite old. Alright, I'm not that much fucking older than you cunt. But it's hard to say because
I just felt weirded out that I didn't know what it was.
the new Punisher is so like... not the first season. The second season was much better because he'd already been established.
I love the Punisher. Like, really good. He's my favorite. The Punisher as a character is my favorite comic book character.
It doesn't stand up though. Like Deadpool's so old, it wasn't. It was gritty, but not like like Punisher gritty.
Yeah.
So the Punisher is going to win at that
Probably.
one, but Deadwood is a very good
Things
show.
loosened up by the time Punisher come around.
Yeah, Deadwood was a very good show. So it's definitely up there. So if you've got enough to watch Jamie, I'd hunt it down because it is good. I like a good Western as well. There's not enough Western stuff. And then
See, I don't like Westerns. Westerns and Egyptian stuff turns me off.
it's the sand, isn't it? You don't like the desert.
It could be the sand, Dan.
It just gets in everywhere, James, doesn't it? Gets in your cracks, gets in your food.
Gives me PTSD from when I've woken up on beaches and holidays that I
So his last question is, what's your favourite all-time film and why?
I thought about this one, and I think you're going to know the film, but every other person that I've spoke to about this film doesn't know this film. There's actually two of them, but the first one is the best one, and it's the Boondock Saints.
Oh, I fucking love the Boondock Saints for me. The second one was absolute shit because it was a fan-made one. No, it was a fan-requested, then made one. Everyone went mental. Yeah, no, the first one was fucking brilliant. No one's ever seen it.
The only good thing about the second one was seeing Billy Connolly on the screen again.
Yeah. Poor man.
But that's my favourite film of all time, and it basically is like two Irish descendant guys from Boston, I want to say.
Yeah.
And they like fall into becoming like hitmen for the mob.
No, they don't.
Or like vigilantes
against the mob. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. And I've got a tattoo about it. I just love the film. And then it's played by the guy that plays Daryl in The Walking Dead, and the other fella was in The Boys recently.
He was.
But he's also in.
Couldn't believe it when it was him.
Gunpowder,
yeah.
in The Boys, and he was also in the early Saw film.
Who was in the early Saw film?
He was like the detective in one of the Saw films, or two of the Saw films.
Fair enough. This question for me is really hard because I spent a long time watching films, and I don't think, because it's like a film for every mood, right? To say that one film of all time is but the film that I always go to is a film called Willow, which is on Disney Plus, and they're just bringing out a series that's coming out for it, and it's Val Kilmer and for God's sake, the short guy that we were talking about the other day with Carl Pilkington and Pilkington. What's his name?
Oh, Warwick Davis.
Yeah. So it's like a fantasy movie because my mum showed it to me when I was young, and it freaked me the fuck out. Like, proper freaked me out. Yeah, he's like, obviously he's a short guy, and like they're like hobbits. They're midgets. They're shorter than hobbits. But a baby is born that is supposed to overtake like the empress of the whatever she is, and she's like a witch. So she wants to get it killed, and someone steals it and takes it, and Warwick Davis finds it, and he then has to go and he wants to take it back to his people, and it just all fucking crazy stuff goes on. But it's a really good film, and it still is good today, and it still freaks me out a little bit now because there's a bit where a powerful woman, like she's like like a wizard, whatever the women on, and she's like a crow. Witch. And he has to turn her back into a woman, but he's like a party magician. He doesn't know any magic, so she's trying to teach him, and every time he tries it, she turns into a different creature, but it like bursts out of the one before it. Really fucking messed me up when I was younger. but it's on Disney Plus, and it's a fucking quality movie.
I might have to give it a
and
go.
there's a TV show coming out, and Warwick Davis will be in it. Unfortunately, I don't think
really?
the other guy will be in it, because obviously he got throat cancer, didn't he? So he can't speak anymore. But I'll tell you right now, that film was fucking quality. So good. So good.
One thing I'm going to say about Warwick Davis, yeah, is did you watch it when he did the show with Carl Pilkington?
I saw a couple of episodes. I think when he went to Rome, I saw that one.
Yeah. He takes himself so seriously and thinks that he's like a proper, like, Oscar-worthy actor in it.
Mate, he's fucking legend.
And I'm like, yes, you've been in some films, mate, but
some films.
I don't think
some films. Harry
Yes,
Potter,
some films, Dan.
Star Wars. They aren't some films, Jamie.
Yeah, but if he was a full-size man, do you think he would have got them roles? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think he would, John. He's one of those guys. He's like a
I don't think he has the acting props.
really fucking nice bloke that deserves everything he gets, man. That's what I think of it, because I've met him. He's a fucking nice fella. Right. So this next question. So the questions we've had so far have been like really light-hearted and stuff like this, and I think me and Jamie agree that this one was quite more serious. So we're gonna talk about it, not in too much detail, because I'm gonna try not to make jokes about it, and if it lasts longer than 10-15 minutes, I'm gonna have to make a joke. So
and we don't want to obviously
offend anyone, yeah.
bring people's mood down. It's supposed to be a comedy podcast.
Well, we help people out, and we appreciate every question, and we appreciate being trusted with this question. I think it was a good thing to say. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
even though, because we talk about,
it came as a bit of a shock to me.
we talk about penis and things like that, but you know what I mean, it shows that people appreciate our opinion. So, you know what I mean, thank you very much. She wants to stay anonymous, obviously, but it just says, I'm in a situation right now. I have an ex that laid hands on me in the past that has reached out since I have become single. I really love him, and I know it's the steroids that cause it, but don't want it to be the same this time. Do you think I should give him another chance, or ignore it? Jamie?
No.
No, of course not. And it's gonna. I'm not gonna try and be, because it's a woman. Like, you shouldn't. If you love someone, whether it's a man or a woman, you should never fucking lay your hands on them. If you're gonna lay your hands on your partner, then don't be with them.
Exactly, and like, they may tell you they've changed, and however long it's been, they've changed, and they might have even been in a relationship since where they've not hit that person. But as soon as you get back into that situation, it's gonna go back. Even if it doesn't for the first 6 months, it's gonna go back to what it was.
Yeah.
You can't trust someone that's hit you once.
A guy's greatest weapon is
That's
I
it.
have changed.
Yeah. He'll sit at the end of your bed crying for the whole night and tell you that he's never going to do it again. Next time something happens, next time he's juiced up and decides that he's in a bad mood and you've said something wrong, you'll get a slap or something, and it's not something that you deserve. You've been in a relationship since, so you can find other people.
Yeah, it's not on.
Just close it off, block him.
Yeah, don't even bother. The thought to me is that there's no reason to be on steroids. No organisation, no sporting event, no nothing like that will allow you to be on steroids. So he's doing it purely for vanity. Well, I'm going to put my doctor specs on now. Where obviously people like that, it's past trauma, right? Like, he's either bullied or felt weak to the point where he doesn't want to feel like that anymore. So he's taking steroids to make himself tougher, make himself bigger.
Yeah, essentially.
But they take it out on people. It affects them mentally. And what happens if you decide to get back with him and you have kids and that, and the kid's crying one night, and he's like, I'll sort it out, and goes in and decks the baby? You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. I try not to laugh when I said that, but that's what you got to think about, innit? It's the future. Like you said, 6
Yeah,
months down the
and-
line, he could be hitting everything. You know what I mean?
And I with personal experience, I know people that have been on them, and I know how it affects people's moods. And that's not me being the close person to them, just me looking from afar. It's not worth it.
No.
And you can blame it as much as we want on the steroids, but if he's willing to hit you, he's always going to be willing to hit you.
Oh yeah, full on. So don't bother. I mean, it's just get on with it. You love him now, but I love other people. You know what I mean? That's just life, innit?
Exactly.
You've got to pick yourself back up and find someone new. And you'll find someone better that you don't want to come home and have to be walking on eggshells every time you walk through the door for him not to fucking hit you. It's not worth it.
No.
And what happens if you're like a family do or something like that and he lashes out at someone in your family? It's not worth it.
And, like, there's loads of situations, like, it was on 24 Hours in Police Custody where it was a bloke and a woman, and the woman was battering the bloke, and he was a drunk and she was, like, on drugs. And eventually the police kept pleading with him, saying, press charges, so they could put her away. He said, nah, it's not her. Eventually she killed him. Do you know what I mean? And that's where you could end up if you let someone like that back into your life.
No.
I'm not saying people can't change, but I don't think he will ever change in the way that he reacts with you because he's done it before.
Yeah, he's got away with it. Nah. Pick yourself back up, find someone else and just leave her. It seems easier to go back to someone you've been to before because I've been there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a comfort zone,
Yeah,
isn't it?
and you know the person, you know their likes and their dislikes and blah, 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 blah. But find someone that appreciates you. You don't have to, like I said, you don't want to live looking over your shoulder.
No.
Life's too short. So, thank you for your
Definitely
question.
not.
We appreciate you want to hear our opinion, and we hope that you get on with it and find someone new.
And that was a situation where I was trying not to make it about gender too much as well, because after my situation today where I was mansplaining,
Mansplaining, yeah.
I was like trying not to bring it back to gender so much, but the point I'm trying to make is we're two guys and that's our opinions on a guy doing that to a female, so take it as it's not normal.
No, but like I said,
No matter how much this guy tries to make it, it's not normal.
it doesn't have to be a woman. Like, if you're together with someone, the last thing you should ever want to do is hit them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Whether you're on steroids or not, if you love them, don't fucking whack them. Just whack yourself.
If Charlotte was doing it to me, I would be gone. I'd be out of there.
I swore that the only time I would lay hands on anyone is if they fucking stab me. Then cards are off the table.
Well, that's how far they'd have to
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Like the knife would have to be in me. Like I'd fight them off, but if that's it, they're getting decked. I don't care who the fuck they are. But even my own mother.
All it will take is one physical lift of an arm from Charlotte, and I'll be gone.
I have to like edge her on when you go out for my birthday. I'll be like, "Do you hear him, Charlotte? Did you hear him? Oh, he needs to slap him for that."
What, you're gonna ruin our day out in Edinburgh?
And I'll put it on TikTok. I'll be like, "Look at Jamie. Look at what he's doing now.
Ruin our day out in Edinburgh.
Disgusting."
Cause a domestic between me and Charlotte.
Oh, mate, it's Edinburgh, and most Scottish people can have a domestic between each other.
Yeah.
Right, so this last one that we got, he hopes that he made the episode, which he did just in time, and he likes our friendship. It says it makes him feel like the third man at a table, which I thought was quite cool, which I never thought.
That's a good concept.
Yeah. And I said to him, I was like, yeah, like we're all at the pub having a chat. So I quite like that. That was quite a good little analogy of what's going on. But his question is, was there any point where a girl has come between me and you? My best bud's ex has come into the scene on the last few Fridays, and she flirts with me all the time. They had a 3-year relationship coming out of college, so it was about 5-6 years ago. Do you think I'm wrong for maybe wanting to pursue her and see where it goes? He's in a happy relationship now and doesn't seem to be fussed if I say that she was out at the local bar at the weekend. I don't think there's ever been a woman between... I think the only time was when Charlotte started at the co-op. And that wasn't even... That was like, oh, there's a new woman starting. And I always remember me and... was his name Tony? The Irish fella. No, the Italian.
Oh, yeah, Tony, yeah.
Yeah, we were in there bad-mouthing other people in the store to try and put her off them. And then...
that's fucking brilliant.
Yeah. I don't even remember ever seeing you speak to her. And then the Christmas party happened that you've told the story before about the first time you and Charlotte, and then you and Charlotte together. I think that's the only instance where we've gone after the same woman.
Yeah. I think me and Charlotte used to work Saturday nights together, and I think that's where we got close, because it was always a Saturday evening together.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that was on the lead up to that party. Then one thing leads to the other. But I was always one of them people that just played back and played it cool. I never really interacted too much.
Yeah, I'm always desperate, like fucking pounce. Get in there. Just fucking stacking shelves in the warehouse. I was like, hello. What are you doing up there? I remember the day as well when because we got Sarah, the new manager, and everyone's like, oh, Sarah's bringing a colleague with her from another store, and they were like, oh, it's a woman, and just all the guys was like, oh yeah, what?
Yeah, because the lack of choice in that fucking shop was unreal.
Yeah.
It was like sausage fest.
So as soon as she walked through the door, it was like, fucking, who's in there first? Jamie come out on top and married her.
That happened every time a girl joined. Do you remember? There were so many girls that joined throughout that fucking time. The time we were there.
Yeah.
Everyone started gunning for it.
Yeah, you do. But I was always in the bakery. I didn't even notice. I think the only time was Sarah's sister.
When I hear some of the stories from the other boys, they're just like, I'm like, when was all this shit going on? And it's like, when you told us to face up, and I was like, you bunch of dickheads, bro.
I fucking hate. I've slept with too many people that I work with. It's not a good idea. But
to be fair, it's the only time I did it and it panned out. But it was awkward when the whole original situation kicked off.
Yeah, that was funny because our first question that was sent in was about the woman that wanted to date a co-worker, wasn't it?
Oh god, yeah. I totally forgot about that.
She did, and I'm hoping they're still together. You know what I mean? As far as
maybe if she still listens, maybe send us an email.
What, another one? She already sent us another one to say that they're together, Jamie. Come on. You want to walk through?
Well, it's been a few months, Dan. I'd like to know how close we're getting to the wedding.
I hope she's still listening. She's like one of our original emailers in.
She emailed. We had like probably less than 20 listens on our listenership, and she emailed in straight away, like one of the first listens. That was
doing
mad.
the gardening.
Basically, created the concept of this show.
Yeah. So I hope she's still listening. Our original no hoper. Faux show.
Yeah, exactly.
But I would ask him. I'm not a sharer with women. It doesn't matter if it was like the first, but I still don't like knowing. I don't like it.
For me, it would be, I would rather be asked so I know what your intentions are, because I wouldn't want to be around. If, like, the way I've ended with a lot of girls is I wouldn't want to see them again. Mm-hmm. So if they started being involved in my life again, by proxy by being with a friend. It might not bother me that they're actually together, but it would bother me that I have to deal with them.
Mm.
And it might dredge up fucking old feelings when you see that person again as well, which I always stress out about.
Yeah. I think what we should do is we should see each other's reactions. So I'll ask you. What? Tell me a name of one of your ex-girlfriends.
Chanel.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be something annoying. It couldn't be like, you know, Jess. Something like quick.
Well, Chanel was the main one that we fucking talked about when we first met.
Oh, she's a nutter
Remember?
as well. There's no way I would have. Anyway, yeah, okay. Okay. Right, so we're just having a beer. Jamie, I was out the other night and I saw I went and I was speaking to Chanel. Do you remember Chanel?
Chanel who?
Your ex-girlfriend Chanel.
What the fuck? Where the fuck did you see her?
I was out with the boys, wasn't I? And she come up. She was like touching my leg and stuff. You know what I mean?
Touching your
Touching
leg?
my leg, yeah.
I wouldn't fucking go there, mate.
Yeah, but you know I like the mental ones. Yeah, I mean, I just want to make sure it's all right before I seal the deal.
As long as you don't bring around me, you're all right, mate.
Why would I bring around you?
Well, because if you end up getting into something serious, because I know how you like a serious situation, we'll be I'll be on a fucking double date with my ex-girlfriend and my wife. It just won't be good. And my ex-girlfriend's nutty.
And I'll be ploughing her.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I can see the annoyance in your face. You're just like, you want to have a go at me, but you won't fucking let it out. I'm like, well, I'm sorry to say, Jamie, I've already done it. So fuck you.
Now that would annoy me. I think if you had already acted upon it and not said nothing to me, I'd be fucking pissed off. I think I definitely would.
Yeah. It's so funny. I could see your cogs working. You're like, I don't want to seem like a mental case here. I'm going to try and hold myself back.
Yeah, the psychopath side was coming out. Even though I have no affiliation, haven't spoke to her in over 10 years.
You're like, I'm not going to show it on this podcast that I'm a fucking mental.
I was like, what about you? If I was to walk in and say, oh, I've seen so and so. She tried it on with me last night when we were in.
I'm gonna shut up.
Wherever,
No,
slapping lettuce.
Shut up.
Is that what you'd be like?
No, you didn't.
I'll be like, do you think
No.
I'll do that to you, Dan?
No, don't. Shut up, Jamie. No, don't do it. Don't even fucking do it. Because I swear to God, I'll fuck you up, mate. I can't. No.
We'll end up having a fight in the middle of fucking wherever we're saying.
I don't like the. No, I can't do it. No. There's a thing I was reading about people with ADHD that they were saying that, because I don't go to therapy or anything like that, but they struggle with. So I don't close. They say I don't close doors. I forget them. So like to me, every person that I've dated is always another chance I'll get back with them. Even though I know that there shouldn't be and I shouldn't and blah blah. And even if I'm with someone else, when I see them, it dreads up all those feelings that I haven't worked through. So I just couldn't do it. But,
yeah, which you shouldn't go towards at all.
No.
You should just completely avoid.
yeah, which is what I do.
You should do what I do, Dan. I block, delete,
But that's the
and
same
then
thing.
if they
I
even
can't
try to
because
speak
what
to
if
me
they
in public, I act as though I don't know
what if they
them.
want to speak to me again,
Huh?
Jamie? What then? What if
Who gives a
I
fuck?
get to
What
sleep
do they
with them
have to
again?
say? Nothing.
What if I get to have sex with them again, Jamie?
You can sleep with anyone.
I could do, but I already know the bits that they like. I don't have to use the treasure map. I already know where I'm going.
Is that not part of the fun, though, Dan, to use the treasure map?
I'm too lazy for that, mate. I'm
To be the
fucking-
Jack Sparrow
I'll be
of the vagina's
35
world?
next month. I don't care about fucking that shit. Just want to get it done. Get it done. Make sure they have a good
Wanna
time.
get it done.
Get it done.
That's a fucking hopeless romantic I've ever heard one.
Nah. That's the only.
No, I think
That's the only thing. Is the
I
sex
think
thing.
nah. I think that's part of the fun, man. Especially when you're meeting someone new.
Do you think you would give them tips? Like, this guy comes up to you and he's like, oh... Because I know people like that. I lived with a guy that was... His mate was with someone, and when we used to go out drinking, he used to bring up when they used to bang to her.
That's fucking weird.
And I just think to myself, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it at all. That would fuck me up. Because I could come up to you.
I would have to have seriously...
I'd be like, oh, Jamie, I do this thing with my hand, right? And Chanel makes this noise, and I can't tell whether it's a good or a bad noise. Did she ever make that noise with you? Yeah, I can see your face is so angry.
Feel like a fucking pig.
Your face when I was saying that. I'm lucky that I'm like 400 miles away from you right now. That would fuck me up.
Nah, I know the situation you're talking about with them, the two guys, and I always thought that was fucking weird. Like, you're essentially becoming what's that word?
Polygamy. No, that's multiple wives.
No,
isn't it?
it's like where the man's a little bitch.
Well, the man's a little bitch. Pushover.
Like a cuckold. Cuckold?
Is that what that means? I never understood what cuckold means.
A cuckold is like a person, like a man that lets his like other half sleep with other men. I mean, sorry.
A cuckold is
and like
the husband of an adulterous wife. The wife of an adulterous husband is a cuck queen. A cuckold is a male who unwittingly invests parental effort in... No, that's not right. Right, a man and a female swinger couple where the man gains sexual gratification through watching her partner engage in sexual acts with one another. Oh, okay, yeah. I get it now. Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. So if you were to be like accepting that situation, you'd essentially be like cuckolding yourself, even though you split up with that person years ago.
Mm-hmm.
If it was a random that come up to me and goes, "Oh, me and Chanel have been banging the last couple of weeks," I would not give a fuck in it, because I would be like,
"Why are you telling me this?"
All right, mate. I ain't seen her in 10 years, so it makes no difference.
No.
But if there's even a slightest bit of chance of her coming back into my life via proxy for a friend, I don't want nothing to do with it at all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I feel the same way.
Nothing at all.
I remember went out with this fucking... Well, they're always mental. All my ex-girlfriends are fucking mental. But we went to London, and she fucking brought a friend with her for me. And she spent the whole time rubbing up against this guy that's no longer my mate, and brought her mate so I wouldn't get annoyed. And I thought to myself, you fucking insane. Are you absolutely fucking insane? It doesn't even make any fucking sense.
Dan, I would have just stopped talking to him and went on the train home.
Oh, mate, seriously. I could leave him alone. Because I knew if I left them to it, because he's a fucking prick, isn't he?
Because he would have went there.
He would have done, yeah. Even though he says to me, oh, I wouldn't have done. I was like, well, you didn't fucking stop her rubbing her hands all over you for the whole fucking day, did you?
Mate, that would make me kick off so much. You don't understand the domestics I'd be starting.
It still makes my fucking blood boil now when I think about it. That's what I mean. I don't share. I don't want to know it. I don't want to see it. Nah. That's what if you'd ask me, I'd be like, nah, don't even talk to me about it. I don't want to know.
I would like to think that, going back to this guy, if you are a good enough friend to your friend, just go elsewhere. It will save everyone a lot of aggro.
Yeah.
And, like...
I think so too. I think ask him, speak to him about it. There's no harm in fucking...
He might not care. He might
not be as twisted as us.
Yeah. I've got psychopathic tendencies. Dan's got deep-rooted situations that have happened very similar to what the question is.
Yeah.
And overall, really, my consensus, don't know about you, Dan, my consensus is really save your friendship it's going to last longer, probably.
But there's
So
a situation where it depends what he wants to do, because if he's has feelings for her and it's more than sex, he could end up being with her for a long time, because obviously sparks happen and blah 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 blah. So you're not, I mean, but if he just wants a quick, oh, this is going to be easy, I already sort of know her, it's just complicated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it would be hypocritical for me to sit here and like naysay all of that, because obviously the way me and Shark got together, I ruined a friendship with one of my friends. Do you know what I mean? And was that bad person in that situation, and I never addressed it properly, because I would like to blame it on age, but I was just thinking like I like her and that's it. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't thinking about anything else.
Yeah.
But the fact that this guy's even thinking about his friend might mean that he's not overly... He's just liking the flirt.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Speak to him, and if he even slightly, like Jamie does, you could see it in his face, hold it in. Don't bother. Don't go there.
Just turn it into a tomato.
Yeah. Just fucking move on. Find someone else. And then it could be the other guy, and he'd be like, yeah, don't worry about it. Go on for it. Go, go, go. 6 years is a long time. I mean, it's not for me, but 6 years is a long time.
6 years is... I've been married 6 years.
Have you really? What about, do you include, like, just the marriage?
Just the marriage.
How long were you dating before that? 2 years, wasn't it?
Longer than that. We've been dating since 2012. 10 years.
Fucking hell, man. That's mental. And I've been single for 4 years.
That's fucking mad. I can't believe it's 4 years. It can't be 4 years, surely.
Yep.
I remember coming and causing chaos in your flat.
It's got to be about 4 years. Must be about 4 years. It's got to be 3.5, 4, something like that. Yeah, time flies, doesn't it? And how many people have I slept with in
That's
that time,
mad.
Jamie?
Could count them on 4 hands.
I can't tell. I'm not a fucking pig. I don't count this, Jamie. I just do it. It's done, isn't it?
That's the thing as well. It kind of relates to this. Has body count ever like affected you? Have you ever wanted to know
What, how many I have or how many they have?
how many they have?
Oh, no, because they'll ask me how many I've had and I'm not telling them that. That's a no-go.
See, when I was younger, that really used to affect me. And by the time I got with Charlotte, I didn't care.
No.
But when I was young, I used to be like, "You need to tell me how many people you slept with before,"
Nah.
like as though it was like fucking make any difference to the relationship. Whatsoever.
My answer to that question was always, I don't count. Well, I don't.
That's the best.
Yeah,
way to
because it's
answer.
rude, isn't it? It's rude to count.
I used to just lie.
I know. I'm pretty sure. No, I couldn't even guess. I'm quite high up. 40 something. Maybe a bit more than that.
Not bad. Not bad. That's a
Maybe
good number.
50. Good number. That's a disgusting number, Jamie. How's that a good number?
Well, there's some blokes that are like in the hundreds, Dan.
Well, I don't go out much. I've given up fucking messaging people normally on like dating sites now. I don't give a fuck. So this woman put she liked Harry Potter. So I just wrote
Right. Harry Potter on this dick.
I just wrote because I just put the podcast and everything now. I'm like, in my podcast the other day I introduced myself as homeless Daniel Radcliffe. And she actually wrote back, haha, now you say it, I can see that. And then that's it. No more. After that, she didn't fucking reply. I just think people on that fucking on dating sites are just a piece of shit.
Do you find the banter's different up there?
I know they don't like English people.
What, like, so as soon as you say you're English?
Yeah, you get a bit
Like
of like a sort of thing. I think it's more like a family thing. Like your dad and that have a thing about the English people, so then the kids do as well.
Right.
So
yeah.
the banter is always English directed. I think myself, I moved away from England because I don't want to be associated down there. I've lived here for fucking 7 years.
How long it's been?
6.5 years, I think. Yeah, something like that. I think myself, have I not moved away yet? Have I not moved away? I don't know.
I suppose if your accent started to change, they might.
Nah, man, my accent.
Dad's always had the same thing. When my dad, because my dad's from Edinburgh. When my dad goes back to see his family in Edinburgh, they all say that he sounds English, and my dad's still got a very thick Scottish accent down here. But I can tell the difference. His accent is very soft compared to like my family's.
Hmm. Some of your family's not bad either, is it, Jamie?
Scottish now.
Huh?
What'd you say?
So some of your family's not bad, are they?
Yeah. I've opened up a fucking can of worms with you and I, Dan.
I remember when we went to see your nan. Was it your nan? And there was a woman that came in there, and I was like, "Hey, Jamie, who's that?" And you were like, "Leave it alone, Dan."
I was like, "No, you can shut your fucking mouth, Dan." Making moves with my cousins.
And I was like, "You just don't want us to be that one step closer, Jamie. We could be family." No, I wouldn't do that.
I just in my head, I don't think I'd be bothered for it to happen. But in my head, it'd be like, if it ends,
you got to pick a side,
and then I have any kind of like family do or something, it would be awkward as fuck.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm too old to be in situations like that now. I just fucking that unless it's uncomplicated, I don't want to know.
I remember this is going back for years. When I was very young, yeah, I was at a house party, one of my friends' house parties, yeah, and my ex-girlfriend was there, my current girlfriend was there, and the girl I was cheating with my current girlfriend was also there. So I had three like affiliated. My head was gone, innit? And what did I decide to do? I went into the garden and was trying it with someone else. I was like, the immaturity levels were just unbelievable, yeah. And I just remember because he used to live on St Thomas's Road. Do you know the road just on the back of my mum's house? And I knew my parents were out that night, and I was trying the best. I was about 17. I was trying my best to figure out which one is going to be in a good enough mood with me for me to bring back to my mum's house. And then the jealousy took over about my ex, and then it just ruined the whole night for me. Even though I was being a complete slime ball and like going round and trying to find other girls to bring back, and I had a girlfriend at the time that was there.
Yeah.
I was being the slime ball, but the fucking paranoia about my ex-girlfriend getting off with someone took over my night.
Fucking hell, man.
And you just look back and I'm like, thank fuck I'm not in situations like that anymore. Can you imagine still being in a situation like that?
No. Not at all. I hate Snapchat because I need to see who I'm talking to. That's the worst thing about dating, is that people just assume you're speaking to one person, but you're not, are you? You're speaking to multiple. And I've multiple times sent the wrong message to someone and fucked it up. Yeah,
really?
And Snapchat is the worst because it deletes your fucking messages. You can set it to like...
delete it? I don't use Snapchat.
You can have it for like a day, but if you miss a day and you just go to message me, it's completely blank. I'm like, I don't know who I'm talking to.
That's why people use it for cheating, don't they?
Yeah. But you can't save pictures on it, because as soon as you Snapchat the fucking... Oh, I found a way around that though. If you've got a tablet, when someone sends you something, as long as you don't click on it again, it won't go away. So you click on the picture and then you get your tablet and take a picture of your phone on your tablet.
Damn, that is next level fucking creep shoots.
Yeah, but my memory's so bad. I need to... I can't. No. I need to remember it.
I remember you chatting to a girl once. And
you told
and you said to me,
you said you can screenshot the picture.
I was like, screenshot it.
And then I did it, and she goes, why did you screenshot that? And I went fucking bright red. I was at work, and I was like a fucking tomato, and I was like, what do you mean? Why did I screenshot that? And she goes, oh, Snapchat tells you. And I'm like, oh, my mate told me that I could do it. And she's like, no more photos for you. And that was it. Nothing after that.
You never got anything again after that?
Dickhead.
Oh, mate. I didn't do that on purpose. I thought you knew.
No, that was the first time I ever fucking used it. And you were like, yeah, just screenshot it. Because I remember moaning to you the exact same conversation. I hate that it deletes everything. Oh, yeah, just screenshot it. You know what I mean? And then they get...
But I've never had no real thing with it. I can't remember whether I did know or whether I didn't know.
You're a fucking bastard.
And I just give you the bad fucking advice.
She was great as well. She had tattoos around her nipples.
Round the nipples?
Mm-hmm. They were like flowers, I think.
What, on the actual... Is it areola?
I can't remember because it was a long time ago. But it was like round. I'm sure it was like flowers. God. That's my sort of woman.
Flowers?
Yeah. Like a flower. So it was like petals.
Okay, that's better than what I was envisioning.
Yeah, my sort of woman, it'd be like fucking buttholes or something, or like a devil's.
I was thinking she had like Hope and Trinity or something.
Oh, no, fucking hell, no. I do a lot of things I wouldn't date Hope and Trinity on her tits. It makes me laugh that that's my no-go. You know what I mean?
I kissed a girl once when I was in Liquid, and she had paw prints on her boobs.
Oh, I've been there, paw prints.
I just remember looking down, and I was like, do you have a dog?
Because you're dirty, it's walked over your chest, you haven't cleaned it off.
I was like, she ain't washed. She's not washed to come out. And then I remember my mates cracked up laughing at my face. I was just looking down like in total disgust.
Fucking hell. I sat with a woman,
and then she explained it to me, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then I fucked off. And
yeah, I would too. She had, it wasn't leopard, but yeah, leopard print over like the side of her butt. That's pretty hot. Is it leopard or was it cheetah? It was some sort of, it was like down her side across her butt.
Some sort of print.
Yeah. I like tattoos. Love them. Love them.
So on that note, after Jamie's indiscretions and Dan's Snapchat
disasters.
Yeah, Snapchat disasters, Snapchat revealing Snapchat stories. We'll end it there. Started off quite slow. I think we got into it a bit. I think it ended up being quite a good episode in the end. I'll pass it over to you, Dan.
Is that what you're going to say, Jamie?
Oh, I've done it again. I do it every fucking time, don't I? If you want to write in, send us more content, do everything that we need to make the podcast, really. Send it in to two men no hope. No. Send it in to two men no hope at gmail.com, and we'll appreciate that, guys. Especially if you're hearing this now, send it in today.
Yeah, because we need it today. Yeah, for sure. Otherwise, we're talking a lot of shit in the next episode. Yeah.
You'll get a lot of Jamie's waffling, which I've already had comments about. I'll pass it over to you, Dan.
Jamie's waffling. This week on No Hope Has Got Talent, we've got a great band I personally really like. I've actually listened to their album today before this podcast just to get some ideas for it. They're called Opensight, and they're sort of like movie. I'll read the bio because it describes it better than I do. I'll move over here so you're not looking at the side of my head. So it's Opensight is notorious for dressing up their songs with suspense, spy themes, hard-boiled action sequences, and enigmatic horror passages, among other elements, revealing a vintage genre film conventions. Opensight's new full-length Mondo Fiction album blends the band's signature heaviness and intensity with themes and motives that could be featured in iconic scenes, from car chases in the 70s crime film, or a plot twist and a murder mystery, all the way to the villain's theme, or visiting an old graveyard in a suspensive thriller. So it's like a mix of like hair metal, I would say, with like old time theme songs. That's the way I feel about it. Like, it really, when you listen to it, you automatically get that sense of like an old sort of movie. And then they've got great.
I find it very nostalgic.
Yeah, it's really catchy, and I really, really liked it. I haven't really heard anything like this. So for me, this was a really sort of looking for new music. This was right on point. So I really appreciate you guys sending it in. I really hope if you have anything else, keep sending it in. We'll put all their socials and their links and all of that as usual down the bottom. They're on Spotify, which is where I used it. They've got quite a few albums already. This is just their recent one. If you like all the old sort of stuff, this is right up your alley. So we hope you've got this far and you give them a chance, because at the minute we're getting just, I think it's a different genre each week.
Essentially, yeah.
So this time I feel like it's hair metal. It has that. I could imagine them with like long hair. I don't know why.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that one.
Yeah, especially the song they've sent in. It feels very I can't even think of a band, but when you listen you'll hear it. So the song they've sent us in is The Great Silence, which this one's more of like a cop sort of sounding to it, like Starsky and Hutch sort of sounding.
Oh right, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Like 70s fucking.
Yeah, like you can imagine like a car screeching and turning it, and then someone gets out, and then it freezes, and they've got like a gun or something like that, and then it changes to them like beating someone up. That was Starsky and Hutch, wasn't it? Yeah. So it sounds very much like that. So I hope you guys enjoy it. So this is Opensight with The Great Silence.